So once upon a time, we used to be really freaking motivated. And this was after we did our first ever Vampire Month. And we thought, you know what? Theme month. Great idea. So we decided that for May, we would do a themed month and it would be Tamora Pierce. And we would focus specifically on her Tortall novels. And I had only read Trickster's Choice and Trickster's Queen. So I figured I could read all of the Alana, the Wild Mage, Protector of the Small, and then reread the Trickster's Choice, you know, in a month and do a video for each series in a week. And that was the longest month of my life. It lasted from April to September.
Tamora Pierce month was an interesting experience for me because I had read Trickster's Choice, Trickster's Queen in high school. I had talked to my friend and she had given me the first book in the Wild Mage series. I read those, I really liked them, so then I went back and read Alana, and I didn't really like Alana. I think I was kind of thrown off at that point by the writing style of the first two books, which was very juvenile. And so I read them and I'm like, yeah, she's pretty good. She's no Allie. And then so coming back for Tamora Pierce month, I was just very surprised at how much I really liked the Alana series and how much I connected with them when I was older, which is very strange.
These books will always have a special place in my heart because, you know, like female knights and just magic and just like great female representation and just, I love George.
But the whole series kind of has a very good place in my heart because it was one of the first fantasy novels that I had read that with like a very strong female protagonist who just was ready to go out there and kick ass.
Tamora Pierce month taught me my limits.
You got more of a ballpark on your limits. There were many times where we were way too ambitious.
One of the other things that I'll never forget about us doing those was just, I could not get over, I think it's the fourth Alana book, where her brother's like, you know how I can prove I'm a super good magician? That's by bringing the big bad back.
Which is like, why?
And we had to actually record a video specifically where I just freaked out, like, why did you think this was a good idea?
Fuck. Yeah, it was real stupid.
Yeah, I never read them when I was a kid. Like, so this was a really interesting experience for me, and I think we had a really good dynamic because Chelsey knew them and I did not. And man, did I not like the Protector of the Small.
I didn't really either, and there's no real reason for it.
Kel is the type of character who, like, leave no man behind, we have to protect everyone, and, like, I think it's because, like, it works better in kind of the magical fantasy world, but, like, we're so used to, like, more gritty fantasy stuff now that I'm just like, that would never fly. You can't save everyone.
Yeah. And she was just, yeah, very homegrown, very, like, simple in a way, not, like, bad simple, but just...
She's a good example of, like, the courtly love knight, like, the ideal that could never really be achieved. Which, I mean, in theory is a good balance for Alana, because Alana's, like, she's the one who's forging forth, and Kel is the next. So, like, you have to be better than those who came before you.
Yeah.
And so, in theory, I really like it.
I think I never really related to Kel.
Yeah.
That was it. And, like, I would reread the books, but I'm just... on the scale of all her other series, it's probably at the bottom for me. We've pretty much been obsessed with Tamora Pierce ever since. I mean, it's not like she publishes books too often. We finally got Tempest and Slaughter 2 years ago, I think now. God knows when we'll see the sequel to that, but it's on its way, apparently.
There's a Tortall TV show in production.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
It makes it. Because that would be one of the most epic series I think they could ever produce if they do it right. If they respect the source material, I guess.
Yeah.
But so that was a learning curve for us. We learned that we are not able to just absorb books by looking at them. It took a very long time. It took a lot of effort.
But you know what? In the end, we did finish it. We did do it. We did all of them. We did it. I mean, it took us a while, but we did it.
We get that gold star. So yeah, I mean, and it was a lot of fun, and I think those videos have actually done fairly well for themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, yes.